Yeah, if you can go for it.
Good, man. Jeff.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. Ready?
All right, go ahead.
Alright, this is SkyDogPunkTV.ca here at Peabody's up in Cleveland. Talking to DevilDriver here. We got Mike, Jeff here. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Alright, you guys have been on a tour since your last month. How's tour been going for you guys?
Good. Really good.
Really
Show's
well.
been awesome. Got a lot of good bands out with us.
Yeah.
Good time.
Any kind of crazy shit happening while you guys been on tour?
Every day. Can't talk about it though.
Can't do that? You guys are actually finishing up this tour, what, April 22nd, April 18th?
April
18th, I think,
Then you
yeah.
guys went over to Europe.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you guys feel about that, going over to Europe and shit?
Great.
We open up for Opeth and Arch Enemy,
Right.
do some headlining shows, and then head over to Russia
Yeah.
for 3 shows. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's cool. Now, what's the writing process like for you guys? Do you write while you're on tour?
A little bit here and there. Mostly what we do is write at home, we'll kind of come up with our own individual ideas. I live in LA and they live in Santa Barbara, so the 3 of these guys, John, Jeff, and John will, they might jam out a few songs in our rehearsal space, and then they'll come down to my house and we'll record it all, using my studio at my house. And, make CDs for everybody, just listen to them to death until kind of are happy with the songs, and basically just cut the fat off,
Right.
things that we don't like, and until everyone's happy with it.
And you guys are actually on tour promoting your 4th album.
Third.
Third album, I apologize. Last Kind of Words. Tell me about that album and, any kind of challenge that you guys had to overcome with writing it.
I mean, it's always difficult to write a record. To write a record that, we're really particular. We have a formula and know how things work, and we don't get to the point where we start stressing majorly about the songs, but it's like we're very, into what we do and making sure everything is as good as it can be. So, it's always a challenge. Nothing that we couldn't do or overcome. But yeah, making a record is stressful.
Yeah.
It's your career. It's not the easiest thing to actually go into a studio and record music. It's pretty difficult, make it perfect and writing and all that. But we have really good chemistry in the band, and we know how each other works, and we do our thing. So.
Are you guys actually ready for a 4th album?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a few songs written already.
Anything you guys can talk about? Is the 4th album going to be any different? Anything you guys might add into it as opposed to the last 3 albums you guys wrote?
I think some of the songs we're going to explore a little bit of a different route. Maybe just maybe making a couple songs a little bit longer, more parts. Not just mixing the structure just so it's not so just verse, midsection, chorus, done. And we're going to have songs like that, of course, but kind of want to explore different realms a little bit. It's still going to be heavy, without a doubt. It's still going to be DevilDriver. Nothing like a big drastic change or anything like that. But it's I definitely foresee there's going to be more guitar solos and things like that. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, to play. Keep on pushing ourselves a little bit. Just trying to become a better band.
What are you guys expecting to see tonight here at Peabody?
Fucking good show.
Pure chaos.
I want to see what's up with the makeout room right there.
Yeah, I'm just looking
What's the
at
deal with that?
Wait.
It should be. Ohio's really good for us. All the shows have been really, really good, man. The turnouts have been great. We're just having a really good time, and we give it our all every night, and so do the kids out in the crowd. So we work our asses off, and we expect the people to come to their shows to do the same in return.
Right. What do you guys have planned after the European tour?
It's a bunch of maybes, and there's gotten words of a couple tours that might happen in the States. There's a chance we might go to South Africa, South America. We'd like to try to get over to Japan this year. Those are all possibilities, but as far nothing's set in stone yet. We should know in the next couple
with you guys, you know, being around for so long, you know, what kind of experiences or any challenges that you guys personally have overcome, you know, during, you know, your career?
I think most of the challenges, I mean, as far as a band, like getting away from the stigma of Cold Chamber in the beginning was kind of a difficult thing for us. I mean, they did well and had their particular niche, but this niche of music is very different. And I think that the band, at this point, DevilDriver has established itself as a band versus Dez. And I think that's kind of the challenge. And I mean, you know, just the normal stuff that every band has, you know, getting along and you know, not that we don't get along, but like keeping things and be happy every day and being able to like function in a bus with all kinds of people. And
Don't turn into a full-fledged alcoholic.
yeah, that's kind of important too. And you know, I mean, it's like the band's really stable. We finally have like a full crew that we're really happy with, and like as an entity, like it works really well, really smooth. Excuse me. And you know, I mean, we're gonna be around as long as people want us around. So.
Yeah, we got number 4 in the Metal Hammer readers poll of band he used to hate but now love.
Right?
Yeah, someone told me that the other day. I was like, all right.
So that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Right. What's the life like for you guys while you're on tour? Like, daily life, you know? while you're touring?
Well, now it's different because now we actually have a full crew.
Right.
So now it's like, you know,
This is the first time we got a guitar tech since 2004.
yeah,
So.
the pressure on us as people decides to play the show is not very much pressure at all. And it runs really smooth. And
Headlining's easy.
yeah.
I mean, you have to play longer, but it's more fun. The crowds are better because they're mainly there for you. And you know, you don't party nearly as much when you're headlining because when you're done, you know, pretty much the party's over. But if you're in one of the support acts, man, I mean, pack up your stuff and then you just like, where's the bar?
Right.
You see
A
all
lot,
those guys.
a lot less hangovers on this tour.
Yeah.
But it's been, I mean, you know, we're back in a bus. You know, we were touring an RV for a few years. And, you know, back in a bus, we got a good crew. I mean, we got a great crew. I mean, a lot of the guys have been known for a long time. And, you know, most of them are from Santa Barbara, too. And it's a good time having them all out. So things are really good.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to walk on your tour bus there, what would I see?
And we'd probably get punched out if you just walked up there.
You walk out, you'll see our bass player and our drummer sitting up there watching a movie. Nothing much, man. I mean, we're pretty mellow. I mean, you know, Des is married. A lot of us have girlfriends, and you know, keep things, you know, pretty low key. You know, we're not the motley crew going out looking for coke every day. Looking to, you know, get completely obliterated off alcohol every night. You know, pretty mellow. You know, I mean, I wake up and. You know, if we have a decent venue, I got a little recording studio that I bring out with me, and I set up my, you know, my computer, and I'll either sit there and write stuff in DevilDriver, or if I get bored and just write, you know, annoying techno music just for the fun of it.
I like
Just
to
to
read.
mess around, yeah.
Yeah, all of us, most of the guys on the bus actually read. I go on my computer and I go on MySpace a lot, and Facebook, and I'm horrendously
That's
addicted
an
to that.
understatement.
Yeah, I'm horrendously addicted. Well, I've actually like tried. I'm reading a book right now called Lolita by this author named Vladimir Nabokov. It's a very famous controversial love story. It was published in the 50s, and it's kind of difficult reading. And I went to college for a few years and then stopped to do this, and like my mind, I feel like has kind of not been as stimulated. So I'm trying to get back into like some challenging stuff. And I don't know, magazines and stuff like that. I know Mike likes to read. Like John Miller is really into The Dark Tower, which is a Stephen King book, and you know, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep busy and keep like productive. And like I haven't been doing it so much, but in the beginning of the tour, we went to the gym like 4 times a week, but I haven't gone for like 3 weeks. So that kind of went away.
And then there's me. I've never been to a gym my whole life.
But you know, play guitar, like just try to make the most of it. You got a ton of free time, but it's all up to you what you want to do.
Now, on any future tours, who do you guys want to take out again?
I don't know. I don't know who I'd want to take out again. Like pretty much all the bands we've toured with have been great. I'd like to tour with, you know, Slayer or Metallica or Children of Bodom or like Down.
I want to go out with Rammstein.
Yeah, Rammstein would be really cool. There's a lot of bands.
That's my dream, to go out with that, man.
Yeah.
To go open for other bands.
I think it sucks though. There's a lot of the bands that I do like aren't really full on metal, and I think our crowd would just keep them alive. So I don't think, you know, a lot of my favorite bands, I don't think we could ever, you know, it's like the topic wouldn't even come up. You know, it's like I don't think they'll work.
Yeah.
Like, with you guys being like at a certain level right now, what do you guys think is like the next step for DevilDriver?
As far as like what? Is music or popularity? Is
Popularity, you know, is like, what would be the next step for you guys?
Write another badass record,
Yeah.
that's for sure, and then get to some countries that we've never played. You know, we still haven't been to Japan. Dez has never even been to Japan.
Really?
Never went there with Cold Chamber now. But and we did a couple shows in South America, in Santiago, Chile, and Mexico City last year. That was cool.
Yeah, and you guys are finishing up this tour. Well, actually, when you guys go overseas in Russia,
yeah.
what do you find to be the most difference between the fans overseas as opposed to the fans in the States? Any difference?
It depends on where you go. For a place like Russia or say Mexico City or Santiago, Chile, the economy and the the economy of the country is not as strong, and people have it a lot rougher. So when a band that they really like, especially anything from America, comes over, they're really very infatuated.
They're absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
In South America.
Yeah.
I mean, security. We walk in and like they hire security guards that know all our first and last names that I've never met before. Mr. Spricer right here, but oh, you might want to take your hat off when you're walking out the van because someone will steal it.
Yeah,
and
that
I took it
could
off.
happen.
Still,
Yeah.
some kids just like trying to, you know, steal my wallet chain, ripping my hat off.
Right.
You know, like starting like trying to get my back, shaking the van on the way back to the hotel. I mean, they're crazy.
Yeah. They want anything to do with. They're so infatuated with the band, and you know, a lot of them don't have very much. And you know, like what Mike was talking about, like you know, when we went down to Chile, there was like 100 kids who couldn't get into the show, and those were the craziest when they didn't have any money to get in. It's
like a
pretty
week's
nuts.
salary
It
for
gets
a
kind of
ticket down
scary.
there. It's kind of messed up,
But that's, I mean, I don't know. I see a lot of differences. It all depends on where you go. Like, even in the States, when you tour in New York and LA, like, and a lot of bands will say this, they have so many shows coming through that it's like, it's not like a special event. It's like, oh, it's another show. No. And then you go to some other foreign countries, like even London's kind of like that because they have tons of shows. So if you go to an out-of-the-way place, the more out of the way it is, the better usually the show is.
So one good thing the internet has done is made it possible for a lot of bands to go to other places they usually normally wouldn't go.
Right.
Everyone has access to the music now.
And I appreciate talking to you guys. Is there anything
Yeah.
that you guys want, you know, the fans out there to know about you that I might not touch base on?
I'm a dickhead. I'm just kidding.
It is.
No, thanks to everybody who supported us. So we're not going away anytime soon.
DevilDriver. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Pleasure.
Ugh.